Welcome to your new dystopian American shopping experience, where Walmart steaks are now in cages. Look at
Yo,
this.
you gotta be kidding me. Walmart now has the steak locked up. Holy shit. Let's come to this. This is getting bad now, man.
Yeah, this is getting bad now. Even this guy notices. We have a steak in a cage because we've done such a bad job at prosecuting crimes like theft at grocery stores and different stores around the country. And this store is reportedly from a Florida Walmart. And I wanted to make sure that I wasn't showing you something that was fake, like maybe this guy just took a steak and put a cage around it or whatever. There are other people who are taking photographs of the same exact situation. Not only do you see a steak in a cage here, again, this is in a Florida, but you see all the other ribeye steaks that are all buckled up and tightly ensconced in a fencing and a locking mechanism because so many people are stealing this stuff. Instead of throwing those people in prison, we are instead saying, hey, let's lock everything at the store up. Here's another store in New York City where they're dealing with this.
This is the popular aisle when it comes to those five-finger discounts, especially with these steaks over here. And they also tell me that with the addition of potential security guards,
Look at that. Look at those free-range steaks. Those ones, they're not even in cages at this beautiful place.
That will deter people from stealing.
Just wait.
With merchandise locked up on store shelves across
Wait
the
for
city,
this.
store owners are trying to combat shoplifting.
One of our managers down in our 24th Street store, Ray Acevedo, was attacked.
This guy, John Katsismatis, this guy right here, he's actually a badass in New York. He's getting more and more security. He's hiring old retired cops and getting more people to go in there and fight this retail theft that's increasing, despite the fact that a lot of politicians want to tell you, it's not a big deal. These places have insurance for this. This is nuts. We've now come to the point where people are locking up steaks in stores, and that's fairly wild.
The owner of grocery store chain Gristedes says shoplifting is up nearly 50% in his
50%.
Meat manager Stephen Grossman stocks the shelves only for them to be swiped, particularly the high-end steaks.
Anything that's about close to $20 a pound, that I guess they could go outside and sell it on the open market or sell it to whoever and get a few dollars for it.
So these people, just like everything else that they're stealing and happens in San Francisco and happens elsewhere, this guy knows, Steve Grossman, they go in, they steal some stuff, whether it's a $20 steak or not, they go out, they sell it, they get some oxy, and they go on with their insane days. And the world spins round and round until you clamp down on this stuff. Here's from Axios today, the retail shoplifting crisis. It's out of control, just out of control. Lisa LeBruno, SVP Operations and Innovation at the Retail Industry Leaders Association, tells Axios, a lot of the uptick is tied to the ease of reselling stolen goods online. We'll get to that in just a moment, and this is important. Plus the fact that consumers are buying more everyday goods online during COVID. We have experienced a 300% increase in retail theft from our stores since the pandemic began, from CVS. And CVS has closed stores, I guess, instead of putting steaks in cages. Steaks in cages. That's the point of this that we're at. And now these retailers are trying to push for some help, any help they can get. And so they're pushing for the Informed Consumers Act. What does that mean? Well, it means that online marketplaces will have to verify high-volume third-party sellers. What does that mean exactly? You can see right here. High-volume third-party sellers on eBay or Amazon are vendors who have made 200 or more discrete sales in a 12-month period amounting to $5,000 or more. They want to verify their name, verify their information and their tax details so they can put a stop to this because nobody else is happening. Look at this. This is apprehensions, prosecutions, and civil demands. That's when you send somebody a letter who has shoplifted at your establishment. You can see in 2015, it went from 3,322 apprehensions and then down and then down and then down and then down. And now we're at 500 from 3,322 apprehensions from this National Retail Security Survey that were reported, from 3,000 down to 500, from 1,934 prosecutions down to 300, from 2,201 civil demands to 42 civil demands from these people. The stores can't get any help, and it's an absolute disaster out there. Even though some, like this writer Amanda Mole on The Atlantic, is saying it's the great shoplifting freakout, and we can't really figure out if this is happening. Yeah, stuff like this, they just do this, right? They put stakes in cages just because. Why do you think this is happening? And how do you think we can fix this, more importantly? Or is this our dystopian, stake-caged future? If that's the case, what do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. I'll interact with you as I always do. Facebook.com/thenewsjunkie. Take just a second, please. Hit that follow button for videos just like this every single day. I mean, if you want to see things like stakes and cages, this is where you need to be. We're watching it burn over here. YouTube.com/thenewsjunkie. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you to my supporters. You can see on Facebook and YouTube where you can support down below. I really, really appreciate that. It keeps me going. I appreciate you watching as well. And we'll talk to you again real soon.